Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today our lesson is on finding domain and range of quadratic functions. Let's take a look at our first example. Just to review, our domain represents all x values of our function and the range will represent all the y values of our function. So if we're looking at this parabola, this U-shaped graph, we have to understand some characteristics of it before we list out our domain and range. So looking at these arrows at the bottom of our parabola, it represents two different things. This arrow here represents that the graph goes forever down and also to the left. I'm going to exaggerate that arrow a little bit. And this arrow means our graph goes forever down and to the right. So if we're just talking about our x values, we could say that our domain is the set of all real numbers because our graph includes every single positive, negative number out there, including all those decimals and fractions in between. Our range, on the other hand, has a definite limitation. If we're looking at our vertex here, the highest y value of our graph is here at +4, and it's everything beneath +4 because remember, these arrows go down forever. And so to describe our range, we could say the set of all y values where y is less than or equal to 4. It does include 4 because 4 is where the vertex is, or the max. Let's take a look at another example. So again, I'm going to exaggerate these arrows just a little bit to show that this arrow goes forever to the left and up. This one goes forever to the right and up. So if we understand that, we could automatically say that our domain values continue forever to the negative numbers, forever to the positive numbers, and includes all those fractions and decimals in between, so it is the set of all real numbers. Our range, on the other hand, describes our y values, which definitely has a limitation here. So our smallest y value is here at +2, but it includes everything that is above +2. So we could say that our range is the set of all y values where y is greater than or equal to +2. So it really doesn't matter the width or the narrowness, the stretch or compression of the parabola. It really just has to do with the opening of the parabola as well as the vertex to determine the range. The domain we already know is going to be the set of all real numbers. And so we're just going to use the all real number symbol. And then our range, let's go ahead and identify the lowest y value of our graph, which happens to be here at -5. But since our graph opens upward, it's also all of the y values of everything above that. So if I were to choose a point on our parabola, it would have a y value either equal to or above +5 or -5. So that's why we would say y is a set of all y values that are greater than and equal to -5. So for our last example, again, we could already say that our domain is the set of all real numbers because it's every single positive, negative, fraction, decimal out there. And then our range, let's go ahead and identify where our vertex is and the y value there, which happens to be at +6. And if you understand this parabola, you would understand that all of the points on this parabola, if we were to list them out, they would have y values that are either equal to or less than +6 because of the opening, the direction of the graph. So we're going to say y is the set of all y values, or our range is the set of all y values less than or equal to 6. And that concludes our lesson on finding domain and range of quadratics. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments section below, and for more math tutorials, subscribe to our channel, Friendly Math 101.